past weekend, millions hit the roadways for Memorial Day, but the summer travel season is just getting started. And joining us today with a little bit more on how you can travel safely and what to expect, how soon to book, and how to save money, all the important stuff, is Linda Lambert with AAA East Central. Linda, always great to catch up with you. Good to have you on.
It's great to be back.
This is the first time that I think I've had you on the show. Like period.
In a long time.
Oh,
yeah.
Love it, right? Like what a wild weekend this was. Like it just felt like full on, the world just hit the road to travel, to fly. Is it still that kind of that pent up demand that we had from the pandemic?
That's a big reason. AAA started keeping track of travel data back in 2000 for Memorial Day. And this is the third busiest that we've seen since the year 2000. And a lot of it has to do with pent-up demand. You know, for a year or two, we could not travel. We weren't allowed.
Yeah.
And so many countries were shut down, the United States as well. Now everything is opening up and people have decided they're going to use their extra money to travel.
Absolutely. And it's even with those high gas prices to see and to feel. I was around this past weekend. Just to be on the roads was crazy. And I thought people don't even care about the gas prices being high.
Well, even last year, we were starting to see travel trending again and really strong numbers. And, you know, last year gas prices were approaching that $5 mark where we broke records. This year, gas prices are over $1 cheaper than they were this time last year, so it is a little easier to travel by car, and most people did this past weekend. Of the 42 million people who traveled over Memorial Day, 37 million of them traveled by car.
About that, right? Kind of look into your crystal ball, the AAA crystal ball
I could.
Of summer travel. What are you seeing as far as trends, and how early should we book things this summer, or is it already too late?
It depends on where you want to go.
Yeah.
Our best advice from AAA is work with a travel advisor, because they have access. You know, everyone thinks they can go online and find the best deals.
Right.
Our travel advisors have access to information and deals that you might not be able to find online. And so that's my first piece of advice. Airfare, the airlines have already told us they're bracing for pre-pandemic numbers for summer travel. So, and that's with airfare being up 30–40%. So if you have not booked your flights, do it now. Yeah. And we normally say, okay, if you're one of those people who can take off in a moment's notice and you wait until the last minute, you can find some fantastic deals. But with everything booking up so quickly, that's not necessarily the case this summer. And to give you an example, international travel is up 250% over last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So with numbers like that, are there better times to travel than others, like times of the week, times of day that you should look at?
Well, when you're driving, we always say get up and get out early or wait and leave later in the day.
Yeah.
You don't want to be going through any of our major metropolitan areas at rush hour. So don't be on the road when everyone else is.
Or construction season,
yes.
which seems to be always happening every time we hit the roads for summer.
And if you're flying, get the first flight out. There are a lot less chances for there to be delays and weather complications if you get up and get out early. So try to take an early flight. It's always a good idea when you're flying, especially with some uncertainty when it comes to flying right now. Download the app, your airline's app, and that will keep you abreast of any changes on your flight schedules, any delays. And again, I'm going back to that, work with a travel advisor, because if something is delayed or canceled, they're your advocate. They're your best friend to get you where you want to go on time.
And are you all hearing, at least from the airline industry, are they trying to, I know they've been kind of under fire of getting people rebooked, you know, getting flights off on time. Are you hearing a little bit more from them that, all right, this is going to be a little smoother season, kind of those typical delays, or there's still a lot of concerns that this could be chaos once again? Like, you know, you remember the news stories of can't find my luggage, can't find this, you know, just disasters.
Well, there were some extenuating circumstances for all of those instances, and some of them were out of everyone's control. I think this summer the airlines are better prepared. And
it feels like it,
and
right?
The government has said, you know, they're doing everything they can to keep staffing up. So I think it's going to be better this summer. And there are things that happen that are unforeseen. You know, weather is an act of God. We can't control that. So that's another reason you want to get up and get out early before those storms set in the afternoons in the summer.
Yeah. All right. Well, once again, great advice. Go to AAA. Work with that travel advisor. I think
Yes.
it's going to eliminate a lot of headaches.
A lot
for
of
you.
problems.
Linda, always good to see you. I
You
know
too,
you get ready to
Claudia.
head on vacation. You have fun.
Thanks.
Enjoy your time off,
Thank you.
definitely. For more information or to find out how you can connect with the travel advisor at AAA, just go to AAA.com.